What an amazing event at the just concluded UFC Paris event with the Nassourdine Imavov vs Caio Borralho as the main event, while the Benoit Saint-Denis (BSD) went against Mauricio Ruffi in the co-main event. The fights were amazing, just as the crowd was amazing. The event saw 11 electrifying finishes, which was some sort of record with continuous actions from the fighters, bolstered by the loud Paris crowd. As part of the main card, which saw Paul Craig, a veteran of the fight game, drawing the curtain on his career after losing via technical knockout to the fierce Modestas Bukauskas after taking a hellish elbow to the side of the head with just few seconds to the end of the fight. Paul Craig was briefly incapacitated by that blow, and the referee had to stop the fight. The co-main event saw a clinical work by Benoit Saint-Denis, BSD, against Mauricio Ruffi. He applied quick strikes and forward movements to quickly secure a wrestling advantage. With his calmness, he went forward, applying pressure, poise and calmness, which basically disorganized Ruffi, who couldn't get started with his own game plan. The fight was over in the second minute of round 2 with a rear naked choke by BSD. This was a rare loss to one of the most dangerous alumni of the Fighting Nerds. Finally, in the main event featuring Nassourdine Imavov against the always dangerous Caio Borralho. Caio had not had a loss in his last 16 fights in a 10-year span. Amazing accomplishment by any standard. Caio was the favorite, but Imavov had the home advantage. This was basically a number 1 contender for the middleweight title currently being held by Khamzat Chimaev. The fight began with both fighters testing themselves out. A feeling out process as it is called. Not much happened, but Imavov had a slight advantage in the striking. As the rounds progressed, Imavov was able to stuff all takedown attempts from Caio Borralho and kept the fight standing while attacking his opponent with very fast strikes and kicks to the body and legs. Caio responded with big punches of his own, which mostly missed the mark as Imavov had way faster reflexes. At the end of 5 rounds, Imavov had mostly won 4 out of the 5 rounds in the eyes of the judges, and the Paris fans were ecstatic.